It comes with playing in the AFL and its physical nature, but injuries are still a nasty part of our sport. They can kill a team's momentum and shift the course of players' careers. When they happen on field, all you can really do is shake your head, feel a little sympathy and move on. It's next man up in this competition. But it's the off-field, head-scratching injuries that often make a lot of noise and the ones that horrify clubs. It's been a hectic start to the off-season, but Callum Mills' shoulder injury may be the most significant story yet. In Mad Monday celebrations, Mills was wrestling with a teammate and in a bizarre instance, badly damaged his rotator cuff. It has led to him having post-season shoulder surgery, and the start of his 2024 season is looking dicey. No doubt alcohol played a part, but the scenario raises the question around players' activity in their free time and the power clubs should have when things go wrong, such as this. Mills has been a culprit before, breaking his foot in 2018 throwing an NFL ball. It resulted in him missing the last 13 games of that season. Other examples include Jordan De Goey, who in 2017 famously lied about breaking his hand, blaming his poor dog, when in reality the accident occurred at a bar. And a more recent example is Fremantle defender Brennan Cox, whose scab, which was a result of a skateboard accident, got infected and interrupted a portion of his 2023 pre-season. Each incident looks more dumb than the other, but these silly injuries have consequences. All of this goes back to the balance AFL players need to have in their life. They are normal people, but do have special jobs. Their body is worth 90% of their income, so they have to look after it by training and eating the right things. So when it comes to more extreme activities, do our players need to make sacrifices to protect themselves? Ollie Wines ruined his 2019 campaign by dislocating his shoulder while water skiing during that pre-season. Luke Davis-Uniacke missed round 24 this year, aggravating a foot concern while he was surfing. The players need time off and should enjoy the activities they want, just like the rest of us do. But for professional footballers, this might be changing in the near future. Clubs may want more control over these off-field injuries. Clubs can't ban every off-field activity because it's impossible. And when you look at incidents like Charlie Curnow badly hurting his knee in 2019 playing basketball, you can't really do much about that. But going back to the Mills incident, it was clear the club was furious over their captain's actions. Sydney have been ultra aggressive in the free agency and trade period, and think they have a shot at winning it all in 2024. So losing their captain for the start of the year isn't great. Debate over the punishment of these injuries has been building. Mills did apologise to the team, fronted to his coach and talked to the media. Some will say that is punishment enough. But will clubs take it further and begin to implement clauses in contracts around these situations? If Mills misses 4 games because of this, should he lose 4 matchday payments or the equivalent in his yearly salary? If they are in a leadership position, could they get stood down or suspended for a period of time from the group? And if an incident is so dumb and baffling, could a team suspension be included on top of the time missed through the injury, as it was when De Goey broke his hand and lied to the club? Unlike the majority of injuries, these off-field ones aren't a part of the game, and the clubs know it. The biggest issue in creating clauses is defining what meets the criteria for a dumb injury. Skydiving and bungee jumping have risks attached to them, but when we look at Charlie Curnow's injury playing basketball, how can you compare the activities? They are totally different, yet the one most people would think is less risky cost Curnow years of his career. Again, it would be playing crazy and never would be accepted by the AFLPA to write in every player's contract that you can't, for example, ski, skateboard, surf or rock climb when you are contracted in the AFL. However, it wouldn't be crazy in the future for clubs to put in penalties if injuries occur from a set list of risky activities. More money is being paid to these players each year, and if we use Mills, there is no doubt he is a top paid player at the Swans, and they aren't paying their captain to do rehab sessions. So a made up example in the Mills case is his injury could be listed as alcohol fueled. So depending on the length of time out, the penalty of match payments equals the games he misses, and because he is a re-offender, a one-match suspension to go with it. It's pretty harsh for a mistake, but the tone of Sydney's statement on Mills felt like they wanted to give him a serious punishment like this. Charlie Gardner, Sydney Swans EGM of football, said losing players to injury in the off-season is always upsetting. Callum is our captain and an important member of the squad. We are extremely disappointed this injury has occurred. For the time being, the players in these scenarios are not paying the full price they could be. The time off from injury is always disappointing, and most players are devastated along with their fans and the club. There is also some public shame and a feeling of letting the team down. From a contractual perspective, the players still get their money. It seems this is the big issue people have. This is not a luxury that a lot of the regular workforce have, so the players are lucky in this aspect of their jobs. We may be reaching a point where this turns and the clubs may no longer need to be financially accountable when their players get hurt doing dumb things.